All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 25 stream here on Twitch. I'm NextJGGen24, and today we're going to be continuing on with our grind of the Conquest map. Sorry about that. So yesterday we picked back up with the grind of the Conquest maps. We did the Umbrella map, which is right here. And then we also started the Beach Ball map. And we got a few territories there. We got the Royals, we got the Rockies, and we got the A's. So that really that's pretty much half the map right there. You know, the other half being the Cardinals, the Pirates, and the Giants. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. So let's go ahead and pick it right back up. But of course, we got to talk about the big news that just came down. I want to say it was a little while ago. Nolan Arenado is on the move. The rebuilding or the teardown of the Cardinals roster continues with with Arenado being traded to the Arizona Diamondbacks. Big trade there. I mean, at this point, I wasn't surprised. In fact, I thought Arenado was going to be traded prior to the trade deadline. But it was clear that the Cardinals were looking elsewhere, or they were looking to rebuild. I mean, the fact that they let Goldschmidt walk and now they're trading away, and they traded away Contreras, and now they traded away Arenado. I think it's pretty clear that Cardinals are resetting, which is fine. I mean, look, if the NL Central is going to be competitive, which right now the Reds are competitive, you have the Cubs. The Brewers ran the division. The Cubs were not far behind them, although they're not in line to keep Tucker, so they're going to lose Tucker on that. But they did add Bregman. They did add him. Not to mention, you're in the same division as Paul Skeens, and yeah, while you won't see him every day, he is going to be... you are guaranteed to see him, considering that he's in the division. So, you know, maybe it's good for the Cardinals to reset, get back to, or try to rebuild, focus on their farm system, and see what happens. First, raise the apple for Bryce Harper yet again. Dude is freaking killing it. I don't know how many times I raised the apple for him yesterday, but I know I did it quite a number of times. Multiple. But like I said yesterday, 99 Finest Bryce Harper is always a popular one among the MLB The Show community. I think that really harkens back to 21, maybe even 20, when they started doing Finest. And JT Realmuto, raise the apple for him, because he's also hitting a home run. And he was another one that also got the... he's another one that hit home runs frequently yesterday for me.
Pitching for the Cardinals, ball inside.
So, very ironic that the two Phillies players are the ones that are producing the most for me. Very ironic.
1 ball, 1 strike.
I mean, Realmuto's in there for his speed, because he's got freaking 95 speed. You're not getting any better from a catcher. That's just the reality. So, anytime this JT Realmuto card pops up, you should grab it. Or anytime you see a catcher with at least 70 speed, you should get him. Even something over 60 would suffice. But anyway, yeah, it's clear. I mean, they also traded Helsley. Don't forget they traded him. Not that he ended up well with the Mets. I mean, he blew a number of games for them that cost him down the line. But, I mean, they were willing to trade away their top closer.
Nope, outside.
So, I think it was clear the Cardinals were thinking rebuild. And now we're seeing it happen. I mean, Arenado, he had his moments last year. He did. I think, wasn't there a April Spotlight card for him? I think I have that Superfractor.
Nope.
Strike 3, sit out.
Out.
Nice. I'll check after I get done with this this game.
Now pitching for the Cardinals, number 56.
What up, Poopin? How are ya?
Alcala.
Martinez is too slow. I can't stretch that into a double. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't.
Ball one.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised following this Arenado trade. We see the Cardinals do one more trade, and I think that's gonna involve Brendan Donovan. I mean, he may not be the best player, but he's a utility player. So, I really think that Donovan could be on the move. I think even the Mets thought about packaging him with Helsley, but I guess the Cardinals were asking too much.
The count's full.
Finished up your homework, chilling and taking a break. Not crazy. I would say, what would I call it? A bit of a surprise, yeah, but like, I'm not totally surprised. Let's put it that way. Look, it was clear the Cardinals were rebuilding. They wouldn't have traded Helsley if they weren't rebuilding. And that Arenado contract, that was just weighing on them. I mean, sure, he did do. I got
3-0.
Well, I think it was in April, because I think he got a spotlight card for it, but that contract overall had to be weighing them down. So, we'll see how he does in Arizona. I mean,
For the Cardinals, number 47.
Right, that's why I'm saying they had to trade him. Although, I find it interesting that the D-backs would trade for Arenado after getting rid of J.J. McCarthy. I just find that interesting.
Ball. I got a ball, 1 strike. Yeah. 1 ball. 2
It was, to be clear, I think the value was between 120 and 150 million. It's over 3 years. So he's getting more bang for his buck, but it's not a long-term deal. It's basically like the Scherzer deal that they made. They gave Scherzer more money, but they gave him a shorter deal.
That's a ball.
So it sounds like that's what Stearns and Cullen are trying to... I mean, it's hard to believe, but I think Juan Soto improved from what he was. Mainly because he added speed to his arsenal. And that's not something he had before. He wouldn't swipe too many bags, and all of a sudden last year, he swipes 40 of them. Or wait, was it 40? No, it was almost 40. More than 30. That's like, he's never done that. And the Mets turned him into that. So maybe they can work some magic with Tucker. I mean, it depends on what the Blue Jays and the Dodgers offer him. If they offer him a longer deal, you know, for a little bit more money, then he may take that deal.
Ball in.
Well, I guess we'll see. And if not, the Mets can always pivot to Cody Bellinger.
The batter, the catcher, JT.
Well, that's the risk that the Mets are taking. I mean, they paid Soto a lot of money, and first year, he improved. Like, even more than he already was. And we knew he was a good player, but now he's even better. So maybe the Mets can do something like that. But, again, it depends on what Tucker wants. Does he want a long-term deal, or is he looking for more money?
Hey, two. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
We'll just have to wait and see. No, I agree. But I think they're going to wait on next year. Because next year is when we're going to see some really good pitchers come to the market. Tarek Skubal. I think Paul Skeens was mentioned. Well, no, not Paul Skeens. He's not on the free agency market until after the 2029 season. So not Paul Skeens. But the big fish in that pond is going to be Tarek Skubal. Unless the Tigers can re-sign him to a deal. But they're going to have to pay up, and it doesn't sound like the Tigers are willing to do that. Which I think is a shame, because this is the best that I've seen the Tigers at. And I hate to see them fall apart just because they don't want to pay Skubal. And I actually watched Skubal pitch last year at Comerica Park. Let me tell you something. That was like watching frickin' Paul Skeens pitch at PNC Park. He was unbelievable. I know. It's a shame, too, because I think he goes into the Hall of Fame as a coach. I really do. Strike 3, sit down. But I mean, you can only do the same thing so much. You got to evolve, and if Tomlin felt like that he couldn't evolve anymore, then maybe it was time for the Steelers to get a new head coach. I mean, John Harbaugh, he's on the market. Sure, that's in division, but I mean, I can't really think of a better coach that's on the market right now. Doesn't make same market, like somehow these coaches are all a commodity. Yeah, but he hasn't coached. He hasn't coached for a while. I don't know if you want to take that risk. And also, there might be a bit of a blacklist on him for the way that the negotiations between him and the Dolphins owner went. So that's always a concern for me. Along with the fact that he hasn't coached.
Leading
Aaron
off
Rodgers
for
is
the
retiring.
right fielder, Dylan.
Hey, you might as well do it before he
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
before his legacy is tarnished. You know, Super Bowl MVP. Raise the apple for Dylan Cruz. So if Rodgers is retiring, then look at that. He didn't. The Jets really didn't miss out on too much. Yeah, they didn't get playoff appearances, but I mean, not. It's one thing to be. Well, I'd rather be in the playoffs if I'm the Jets and that drought, but still, you gotta do something in the playoffs. I guess we'll wait to see what happens. If Rodgers does retire, and he went out with a playoff loss.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Maybe he just had no more to give. And he knew that. But he didn't want to end it. I guess he didn't want to end his career on the Jets. Or his exit from the Jets. He didn't want to end his career like that. So, he ended it better.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Albeit not too much better, but better
2
nonetheless.
strikes.
We'll just wait and see what happens. All right, Rodgers has to make the announcement. It can't just be sources say. No. Because remember, this is what happened with Tom Brady. All right? They thought he was going to retire,
0-1.
and instead he came back for one more year. Now, granted, the leak, he probably was going to retire, but the leak itself took away from his announcement, and he decided to come back for one more year.
Now pitching for the Pirates, number 67, Braxton Ashcraft.
Out.
Last game, it was the Bryce Harper and JT Realmuto show. This game, it's all Dylan Cruz. You know, I think the Jets have soured on the Oregon quarterback probably after that game against Indiana. They probably soured on him because now I see the report from Rich Cimini, which is the ESPN reporter for the Jets, and he's like, maybe don't take him. Not enough experience. You know, under 20 years old, same mistake. The Jets might make the same mistake that they made with Zach Wilson. The Oregon Ducks QB, what's his name? Moore? No. I forgot his name.
Count's full.
Nice key shot.
Got him.
Let's see, we need a lefty for this one, so Morey home.
Now pitching, Adrian Morejon.
Aye. Aye.
You know,
No
it's
balls, 2
just,
strikes.
this is the problem with having a high draft pick. There's no guarantee that the QB you end up with is going to be good. But at the same token, you start judging a player based on
Aye.
their
0-1's the count.
based on one season or whatever,
Yep,
or
that
one
ball went
game, and you say no, they're not that good, and who knows if they end up being the next Tom Brady or even the next Josh Allen.
out. 3.
You never know.
Aye.
Strike 3, sit down.
Now pitching for the Pirates.
I mean, a great example, though, of just arguing against Simini's point. You know, everyone thought Tim Tebow was going to be
Ball
a
1,
top
1 strike.
QB in the draft. After all, 4 years, 2 national championships. Everyone thought he was going to be good, and then he slipped.
Out.
And he didn't end up having that great of an NFL career. Same thing with Sam Bradford. He was a 4-year starter, and yet he didn't turn out to be anything special.
Got him.
I think he even slipped in the draft too. They were all late first-round picks.
Harper.
It's like you can't blame Daniel Jones going down like that. No,
Inside, ball 1.
no, you can't blame Jones for the injuries. But wait a minute, I'm confused.
Two balls, 1 strike.
What are you bringing that point up to in response? Yeah, but my counter argument to that is he led the Giants to the playoffs. What was it, in 2022? And then after that, he was just horrible. So I'd be a little bit worried that he may drop off again once people start to figure him out. Or maybe he comes back healthy. Maybe the system he plays in really fits his style, and maybe he gets back to being that 8-2 quarterback. Only has a full year this time. But that's a risk that the Colts are going to run. Okay. I mean, if that's what they want to do, then that's what they're going to do.
Now pitching, Edwin Diaz.
Aye. Aye. 0-2 is the count.
Strike 3, sit down. I just wouldn't sign him long term. I'd probably give him a 2-3 year deal. With if it's a 3-year, the 3rd year is an option for the team. That's how I would put it. I just want to see what Daniel Jones... I mean, we've seen what Daniel Jones could give the Colts But is it a one-year wonder, or is he more than that?
0-1.
You also don't want to, if you want to move forward, if you don't see Jones as a long-term option, I mean, right now the Colts don't have a first-round pick. So maybe look to next year and you try to get as high of a pick as you can where the QBs are more, are projected to be better. It's supposed to be a better draft class. But I've heard that all before. And usually it doesn't end up that way. What's up, Bubbles? I'm assuming you heard the news about Tomlin stepping down. Yep. This this morning actually. Or maybe it was this afternoon. It was late morning, early afternoon. Well, actually, you're in Eastern Europe, so yeah, it was like late Tuesday morning, early or early Tuesday afternoon when it happened. So I saw it around like 11 o'clock, maybe noon. Ah, dang it.
Oh and 1.
What I was trying to say before you went into that ad, Hoopin, is maybe for the Colts, because this year they're likely not going to get a QB. They're not going to get a QB in the first round, that's for sure. Maybe what the Colts do is tank for next year. Maybe you don't run it back with Daniel Jones. Or if you do, then maybe you don't win as many games, because then you could get a high draft pick for a more QB-rich draft class next year. That's what I was saying. So, I mean, for the Colts, I wouldn't commit long-term to... I wouldn't commit to Daniel Jones long-term. I'd be like, you get a 2-year deal. 2-year, third year if you want, but that's an option. That's what it sounds like. Sounds like he's going to announce his retirement, but there's no official word on that yet.
Now pitching for the Giants, number 74, Ryan Walker.
All one's the count. Hey! No balls, 2 strikes. Inside, ball 1.
Strike 3, sit out.
Nope. Ah. 1-1. Hey! 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's in. Ball 2.
If he is gone, at least he ended it better than if he had retired prior to the or after leaving the Jets. So, Eagles fired their offensive coordinator. I saw the video with the kid, Salvo or whatever, and he was talking about how the offense. I love his comparison of the offensive coordinator should be working at McDonald's or flipping burgers, because one half of the offense is cooking and then the other half is completely raw. Oh my gosh, that's great.
Ball, that's inside.
I never heard that comparison before, but I love it. In fact, I think maybe my colleague, this girl that I went to college, not just college, but high school and college, I think she might have interviewed him. So I have to reach out to her to find out if that's true or not. But if she did, she got a viral moment. Yep, and the problem with doing that, the problem with doing that is the defense eventually figures it out. Yeah, considering these are the same fans that threw snowballs at Santa Claus, I'm not really surprised. Although I think it's still that's still messed up. They should not be doing that, but all I can say is I'm not surprised. I get it. Y'all are passionate. But sometimes y'all take your passions a little too seriously. Like, take it from me, a Mets fan. Although I'm used to disappointment, so... I mean, I haven't even seen a World Series championship by the Mets in my lifetime. Exactly. I think some people take it way too far. It's like, at the end of the day, how does the Eagles playing well and winning games, how does that impact your life? That's my question to those Eagles fans that egged the coordinator's house. How does that benefit your life? How does it improve it? At the end of the day, you take one day out of your week to watch a football game for 3 hours. So you take 3 hours. No one said you had to go out and buy a shirt. No one said that you had to buy tickets to the game.
Ball 1. Ball 1, no
You know,
strike.
you don't have to do that stuff. It's like, calm down. You got work. Exactly. That's what I was saying as a Mets fan. It's like, okay, this team, you know,
The first
this
baseman,
team
number 9,
didn't really, they won,
Pasquantino.
but they didn't win enough last year. So, okay, you're going to tear it down and you're going to build a new roster. Okay, show me. And if not, guess what? I don't have to go to Citi Field next year. I don't have to buy any Mets stuff for myself. I mean, yeah, the Apple I bought for myself, but that's because I had a purpose for it to show off on stream, not just because I wanted it.
Now pitching for the Giants.
And these guys, honestly, they turn into freaking armchair QBs or armchair GMs. Like, oh, fire the coach, fire the offensive coordinator, trade Jalen Hurts, trade A.J. Brown, trade all of them because they're no longer good and let's just rebuild. It's like, calm down.
Ball, that's outside.
But I guess that's who we are as sports fans. We just get so passionate that we forget.
0-1.
Well, I'm just saying. Okay, because I know a lot of Eagles fans have some complaints about A.J. Brown, and he did have that incident during the regular season where he feuded with,
2-2 the count.
what was it, the head coach, Nick Sirianni? Strike 3, sit down.
Hey.
Yeah, but you really, I mean, yeah, I guess you can blame the QB, blame the offensive coordinator. You could blame whoever you want. I'm just,
He's in there. He's safe.
like, my overall point is egging someone's house does not exactly, like, to me, I think that would make my life worse because now that's vandalism. And if I'm caught on camera, at worst, I'm in prison.
Nope.
But the very best, I'm hoping that clip doesn't go viral because if my workplace sees it, they're going to be like, why were you doing this? This is not professional. You're fired. You know, that's my point. That's why you got to be careful when you post stuff on the internet. Because if you say something that is misinterpreted or anything like that, and it goes viral, they will find out about it. It's like you're better off just right. So saying that stuff or egging someone's house, is it really worth it? Was that 15 minutes of stupid anger worth it if it costs you your job?
That's ball 3.
I mean, what about that Phillies fan that took that home run, that Kyle Schwarber home run, away from that young Phillies fan?
Ball 4.
Her life is ruined. She got fired. All for 15 minutes of stupid anger. Like, shut up. So you didn't get a home run ball. There are a lot of people who buy tickets in the outfield. No, I thought they did. I thought they said she was like a teacher in South Jersey, and they fired her. I thought I saw that in like the New York Post. Oh, that's false. That was. Are we sure?
Leading up for the Giants, the catcher, Patrick Bailey.
Ball.
Well, either way,
Ball, that's out.
those 15 minutes of stupid anger, someone probably figured out who she was, and her workplace probably heard about it, and they probably didn't want to deal with her anymore because they didn't want that reflected on them.
Encarnacion.
I'm sure somebody figured it out and probably did their best to make some moves quietly so that it wouldn't get out there.
One ball.
Somebody probably did. They just decided not to go public with it. They just tried to handle it privately. Strike 3, sit down. I'm just saying, like, you cannot remain anonymous if you were caught on TV trying to steal a ball from a kid. All right, that's all the strongholds. But Hoopin, there are consequences. To something like that, there are consequences. Nice! Awesome! That's weird to me that Cabrera ended up being to tier 4. Ooh, Michael Harris is actually really close. He'd be the next guy to reach tier 4. Moto is close. How is Harper? Harper's over halfway, but so is Dylan Cruz and Cal Ripken and Vinny Pasquantino and Davis Schneider. Really, Keyshaw is the only one who's not. Well, that and Harris, but Harris is close to being tier 4. Fortunately, not going to be able to do it here or do it on this map anymore because now I'm done. Good. I'm just saying, hoping that there are consequences. Someone figured it out, and while she may have just wanted to go viral, I don't think that kind of fame is worth it. I think it's personally better. I mean, I can't remain anonymous at this point. I've been streaming for years now. So, while most of the time I try to keep my life private, somebody, I mean, definitely my coworkers know what I do. That's why I'm careful to say what or I'm mindful of what I say. Because I know they may hear it, and I don't know if they would report me, but I know that they would definitely have a talk with me about it, and it probably wouldn't be a good talk. Let me hold on. I do no. I was gonna go open up that chase pack, but or that player chase pack, but not now. Dang. Really thought I was going to get that one. Oh, well. Oh, well, thank you. Let's go, Alex Solan. I appreciate the follow. I'm sorry I don't have any alerts, but I stream straight from the console, so... But I appreciate you following, and I appreciate you being here. How you doing today? Honestly, my alert is a little outdated now, since it was Jeff McNeil doing his dance. So it's outdated now that he's no longer a Met. I'm doing all right. We're just we talk baseball, we talk football. We were just talking about football. In fact, I was just talking about this Phillies fan. If you remember from last season, she went viral because she took a home run ball away from a child because she threw a temper tantrum. And I was just saying that, to me, that's not worth it. Going viral like that, it's not worth it. My favorite MLB team is the New York Mets. It's a sad life, I know. No one ever said it would be easy. What about you? What's your favorite MLB team? Ooh, Cubs. Well, hey, you guys got Alex Bregman. So are you happy about that deal, or do you think that wasn't a good deal? Okay. Who in mind do you think you guys are gonna get rid of? Or who do you think that the Cubs should get rid of to make room for Bregman? Matt Shaw? See, I personally would like to see him maybe turned into a first baseman. You know, because he has a lot of power and he's young. I wouldn't be so quick to give up on him, especially for Alex Bregman, who ain't no spring chicken. That's for sure. Yeah, it's someone like Nico Herner. You probably need for you probably need him at the top of your lineup or at the bottom. If you're going to lead off with Pete Crow Armstrong, you probably need Nico Herner at the bottom so that way, Pete Pete doesn't have to, or PCA doesn't have to be that guy that gets on base for everyone, because he's got his own power. He could drive in runs on his own. Let's see. Who else could you get? I heard talks about the Cubs getting rid of Imanaga. Like they kind of soured on him. I don't know if that's true or not, but I thought that's what I heard. And I meant to do this earlier, but I completely forgot until now. Let's see. Did Nolan Arenado have a April Spotlight card? Oh, that's D-backs. Let's see. Maybe it wasn't April. Maybe it was May. Oh, it was June. My bad. Yeah, he had a June card. Oh, because he reached 350 career home runs. That's right. Yes, I know. But I was trying to think back to a Spotlight card he had earlier this year, and that was the card. But I thought it was because he played well in June, but instead that was just more of a card to highlight him reaching 350 career home runs. But yeah, I'm aware that he's a D-back now. Yeah, we were just talking about it. To me, I think that's the final no. I don't think it's the final trade we'll see from the Cardinals, because I'm wondering if they get rid of Brendan Donovan. And that guy is valuable in the aspect that he can play anywhere. So he would be a solid utility man to have. But I don't know if the Cardinals are going to get rid of him. Another guy, hold on. Gotta go back. Has Sonny Gray gone anywhere? Has Sonny Gray signed anywhere? Or, in fact, hold on. What team does Sonny Gray play for? Okay, so he's still with the Cardinals. Oh, he was traded to the Red Sox. That's right. See, I thought that he I thought they got rid of him too. So was he packaged with Contreras? Was it like Gray and Contreras to the Red Sox? Because that would be an unbelievable deal right there. They're probably going to keep Mason Wynn because he's relatively young, so they're not going to trade him. Herrera, I mean, probably going to keep trying him out. Oh, it's separate. Okay, thanks, SB Champ. Yeah, I try to remember. But sometimes, my memory doesn't really do it for me. So I could definitely see them trading Brendan Donovan. Like I said, he's a utility guy. He could play all around the field. So, the thing is, he's not that great of a hitter. or he's not that great of a power hitter, so but you definitely use him more for his defense. Now, of course, I shouldn't be basing it off of the attributes in MLB The Show, but I'm just saying, like, my point, though, was the fact that he's a utility guy, and if the Cardinals are going to go full-blown rebuild, I think Brendan Donovan is the next one to go. But that is just my opinion. All right, I'm going to take on the Fajita map. Might be going to Giants or either Nico Herner to the Giants. Is he a free agent or is that like trade talk? Yeah, like I said, I think yeah, I would agree with that assessment that Donovan goes elsewhere. All right, I need to steal some fans from the Miami Marlins because otherwise I'm not going to have a lot to work with here. But if they're going full-blown rebuild, hey, Donovan probably the next guy to go. I mean, after all, this is the same team that traded Helsley to the Mets. Albeit it didn't really work out for the Mets, but they did get him. And I think they got, was it the shortstop prospect? I forget his name, darn it. But he was like one of the top prospects for the Mets. And I'm honestly afraid that he's going to end up being something in a few years, and I don't want to see that. No offense to him.
He's safe.
If Herner goes to the Giants, then Cubs might get Bichette or put Shaw at second. I could see them going after Bichette. That would be an interesting infield right there. Bregman, Swanson, Bichette. That would be really interesting. I'm sure he does want to play for the Dodgers. Who doesn't want to play for the Dodgers at this point? They've won back-to-back World Series. That's the main reason you play baseball. You want to win the World Series. I mean, you want to make money, too. You want to be paid Juan Soto crazy money, but yeah, Dodgers aren't done. They're going to still try. They know they got holes. After all, they nearly lost the World Series last year. So it wasn't as dominant as the 2024 World Series was, because that was clearly going to go to the Dodgers. The Yankees were overmatched. But Dodgers nearly lost it in 25, so they got to improve. Otherwise, maybe next time, if there is a next time, they won't be so lucky.
Hey! 0-1. That's a ball.
But me personally, I'd rather see the Mets go after Bellinger. I think Bellinger fits more of a need for them than Tucker does. Tucker is very, I want to say, one-sided. You know, could they make him multi-dimensional or make different aspects of his game better? Yeah, they did that with Juan Soto. But Bellinger can play center field, which is what the Mets need. And they also need a first baseman, so he fills that as well.
No, he's safe.
So you don't think the Brewers are getting back to the NLCS? You think they missed their window?
0-1's the count. Hey! Yeah! No balls, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hey!
Strike 3, sit down.
Inside, ball 1.
Oh no! Cabrera, what have you done? Oh, you better be hopeful, Cabrera. You left that slurve right down the middle, and it was not missed.
Out.
Batting six, the center fielder, Meyer.
Hey! 0-1.
Strike 3, sit down.
Now pitching for the Marlins, number 30, Tyler.
Cabrera, you are lucky. You're not getting a second chance. Oh, I didn't raise the apple for that. Hold on. Gotta raise the apple.
Now batting, the right fielder, still in 2.
Just in case you need more proof that I'm a Mets fan.
0-1's the count.
I mean, look, at this point, it's way too early to be to be making predictions as to who will be in the World Series. My biggest thing is whoever's going to remain healthy. I mean, yeah, the Dodgers, they're likely the favorites. Blue Jays, if they've already gotten Dylan Cease. They keep improving. No reason to think they won't be back.
Now pitching for the Marlins, number 53.
Red Sox are making moves. They just made trades to get Sonny Gray and Wilson Contreras. No, Williams Contreras is on the Brewers. Wilson Contreras was on the Cardinals before he got traded to the Red Sox. Sorry, sometimes I get a little confused. Anyway. Sorry, I noticed that my lights seemed like they were flickering on screen, and it's like,
No
Looks
balls,
fine
2
to me.
strikes.
There is no flickering.
One ball, 2 strikes. Ball, that's outside. I got 3 and 2.
I would send Dylan Cruz, but nobody behind him. There.
He's out.
Just got on top of that curveball. Alright, so we are going to throw in Morejon.
Now pitching, Adrian Morejon.
Aye. Ball. Aye. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit out. You having hamburgers for dinner tonight? Sounds delicious. Don't know what my dad is making. There's a big turkey that's in the fridge. I would think that at some point this week my dad's gonna make turkey.
Off the plate.
But today he decided to go after he did his physical therapy. He was going up to see my grandmother, his mother. Yeah, that's about that, and onions are the only things that I'm willing to, the only healthy things that I'm willing to put on a hamburger. What the hell? What is this? Well, Miami is scrappy. No. No. Nope, do not like pickles at all.
Shortstop,
I always take those off. If I get pickles on my burger, I always take them off and hand them to my sister. She loves pickles. I'm like, go ahead, you can have them. I do not want pickles. Yeah.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Condiments, I also don't mind. I don't mind mayo. I definitely prefer ketchup, but I don't mind mayo. I don't mind barbecue sauce either. So it's got to be like a barbecue sauce burger. It's actually really delicious, especially with caramelized onions. Oh my god! Now I'm just getting hungry.
0 and 1. 1 and 1.
Dang it! That was a slider right down the middle, and I was too eager.
Ball.
So you like onions fried?
Ball, that's out.
Okay, understandable. Don't have a problem with fried onions.
That's ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Ball 3.
Like in my Chinese Chinese fried rice. Gotcha. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
Hey. Hey. 2. 0-2 is the count. That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Oh, I didn't do the home run apple for I didn't do that. Oh well. I'm a little inconsistent with the home run apple, I know. I gotta get used to it. Come on, get over that wall. Let's go! Keyshaw. Now I'll raise the apple, because that's his second freaking home run.
Now pitching for the Marlins.
So raise that apple for
Number
Keyshaw.
83, Valenti. Fajita.
Hey.
He's not the only guy, but he's the main guy that's been keeping us in this game. Oh, Harris may even add on. Nice. Again, my lights are not flickering. I don't know why that shows up on the stream.
He's out.
Now pitching, Edwin Diaz.
Hey. Hey. Ball 1.
Strike 3, sit down. So you like raw hamburgers?
The right fielder, Jacob Marcy.
Yeah.
Now batting, center fielder.
Strike 3, sit down. Sorry.
Fire.
Right? Aren't raw hamburgers juicy, or is that more of the well-cooked hamburgers? Oh, I see. Okay. See, I'm more of a well-done kind of burger, and really just steak in general guy. Like, I follow the philosophy of former President Harry S. Truman. He once said that only coyotes eat pink. So, basically saying, no raw, cook it well done. If I even see a little pink, it gets me sick. I still like it. I like it. But maybe that's just the way that my dad cooks it. Huh, there we go. Michael Harris. Yep. Tier 4, just like I thought. Whoa, program? From what? What program? There shouldn't have been any program. There wasn't a new program that was added, was there? Oh, shoot. Oh, crap. Well, wait a minute. That wasn't on the schedule. Hold on. Yeah, they never said anything about a Captain Blizzard program being dropped today. I really wish they would have said something, because here I was grinding, and I'm like, where are these packs coming from? What program? And then it's like, oh, we have a new Captain Blizzard program. I didn't even realize that. Alright, well, I'll lock in Ian Kinsler, and that'll give me Al Kaline. Oh, I could definitely do that. I have Jacob Mizorowski in my lineup. I have Trey Savage as well. I could actually move Trey Savage. I could definitely get those strikeouts. I don't know who's my batting title winner. That's a mystery to me. Is it Cal Ripken? Did Cal Ripken ever win a batting title? No, never a batting title, so it's not Ripken. Maybe Edgar Martinez? Let's see. He does. Okay, so yeah, it may be Edgar Martinez. I don't think I don't think I don't think Michael Harris ever won a batting title. Hold on. Michael Harris the second? Yeah, no, he only won Rookie of the Year, so yeah, it's gotta be Edgar. I didn't even realize that. So what I'll do is I'll throw Trey Savage. I'll throw him down. Sorry, Cabrera. Not a spring chicken anymore. They got to be under 25, so or 25. They got to be 25 or younger. So these three guys are not going to help me, but Garrett Crochet may. Wagner, no. Newcomb, no. Melton would work. Morejon would not. Mizorowski would work. Diaz would not. Spire would not. Sasaki would. So Maybe what I'll do is pitch with Savage, Mizorowski, and Sasaki, since they're all under. And then I'll just hope that I could get a few hits with Edgar Martinez. I think that's how I'm going to do this. I'm sorry, guys. I did not realize there was a I did not realize there was a Captain Blizzard program. If I had known that, I would have been grinding that instead of the Conquest maps. Oh well. Guess we'll do both. The Cubs just claimed former Dodger Justin Dean. Justin Dean? Oh, I guess I should have. I guess I should have left the roof closed. Oh well.
That's out. That's ball 2. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Yep. Back to Conquest. I know that I know now there's a Captain Blizzard program to be had, but I don't. I'd rather not stop what I'm doing right now for it. So.
Runner! Hey! He's safe. He's out.
Bryce Harper is definitely not under 25 or under 26.
Runner. Hey!
Dylan Cruz is.
Hey!
Actually, I don't think I need the. I don't think I need stolen base to worry about hitters under 25. Because I think I already got that mission done. I mean, I try to watch them, but when I'm at work or I have to go to work, or when they play their games, I usually have to go to work. So I really don't get a chance to be able to watch them.
Number 84.
Sometimes I'll listen to them on the radio.
0-1's the count.
Sometimes I'll do that. But I haven't done that for a while. Not since I upgraded to my new phone.
No, he's in there.
It's hard to watch all 162 games. You just need a break sometimes, you know? I will say that I did watch the Mets when I was in London in 2024. And not when they were in London, too. They were actually on the East Coast. Or on the West Coast, excuse me. I just happened to wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, oh, I better check the Mets game. I wonder if there's a Mets game. Maybe they already lost, and I didn't. And I checked it, and they were still playing. And I was like, holy crap, I gotta watch this. So I pulled up SNY on my phone, and I just watched it. I was like, this is great. Or no, wait, it wasn't 4 o'clock in the morning. Maybe it was 7 o'clock. Nothing. I try not to eat while I'm watching TV. I'm actually trying to watch what I eat, the snacks, because it's not really good for me, you know? But I mean, at work they do have snacks. I would say my guilty pleasure, like the snacks that I would eat at work, Smart Food popcorn, those popcorners, the cheese chips, those are great. Pop Smart or whatever it is, the healthier popcorn, strike 3, sit down. Doritos, yeah, I would like, I eat Doritos.
Number 83.
Not, it's not really healthy. But compared to what we used to have, it's a lot healthier now than it was when the pandemic first came out. Because, I mean, they would have candy. They would have, like, every time there was Reese's, I was like, mine. No one was taking my Reese's from me. Yeah, but the other thing, too, Bubbles, I don't really watch TV. I just never really have time for it. I mean, the last show that I watched religiously was The Good Doctor. That was the last show that I watched and followed like a religion, basically. Wait, it's the top of the second. Ah, shoot. I guess Trey is Savage is going to continue. Unless I walk this guy. Or if he gets on base. Strike 3, sit down. You could just call me Next. That's what that's what Hoopin calls me. Gamers sometimes calls me that. Strike 3, sit down. So yeah, next would be, that's what people commonly refer to me as.
Number 62. George Soriano.
Prefer salty snacks. So like you like pretzels, nuts, like Cracker Jacks. Well, actually, Cracker Jacks are not salty. But pretzels, you probably would like those. Chips, popcorn, pretzels, soda. Yeah, but see, the thing is, all those snacks make you want to drink. Make you want to drink more soda. Because the salt dries your mouth, so it makes you want to drink more.
The first baseman, number 9.
That's how they get you at ball games. They just like, oh, okay, well, good. Nice, Vinny Pasquantino. You have strong will, I'll give you that, Bubbles. You have a strong will.
number 58, Kay Gibson.
Well, I have no problem with eating pizza as long as you don't eat it in large amounts. Like, you should not be eating an entire pizza yourself. Like, for me, I aim for 2 to 3 slices and then I'm done. And I'm going to have to rely on pizza, especially with Lent coming up, because I can't eat meat on Fridays. So, gonna have to worry about that. But that's not till next month. Yeah, Lent. So basically, in Christianity, Lent is the period between Ash Wednesday and Easter Sunday, where you're supposed to. Yeah, I do it.
Ball one, no strike.
Yeah, I observe it every year because that's pretty much the only religious thing that I do nowadays because I really can't go to church. I work overnights and my schedule goes into the weekend, so I can't attend church. So Lent is basically my way of keeping up with my faith.
Out.
Like last year was tough because I gave up soda. Like all soda. The only thing I was drinking was mixed water.
Ball, that's
I was tempted to drink like Powerades and Gatorades, but I'm like, that's made by soda companies. I don't know if I really want to do that. That may count against me. So I restricted myself to water. Juice could also work, but I don't know if I could do Minute Maid or Minute Maid, right? That's the pet or the Coca-Cola company.
Hey.
Yeah, like for me
Hey.
on Fridays it would be my dad makes grilled cheese. I know that's silly and that seems childish, but I mean, it counts. It's not meat. So grilled cheese, I'll eat. I'll eat pasta with sauce, as long as it's not meat sauce. Pizza, I mentioned pizza. You could have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. In my faith, we're only taught to do it on Fridays. That and Ash Wednesday.
Hey. Ball one's the count.
But that's just my faith. Every day for a month? Is that like... I'm trying to think what form that would be. I mean, you could do salad too. You could do salad. Salad would work as well. I think I made a little bit more progress Oh, no, I didn't. I did get another hit. That was with Edgar Martinez. Okay, if I could get 6 more strikeouts and I get 1 more hit, then I can get this program done. Look at me, multitasking, trying to do Conquest maps while at the same time grinding out the latest Captain Blizzard program. All right, I think I'm going to start making my way towards the D-backs. Snyder's of Hanover pizza or pretzels. I don't think I've heard of them, but it's definitely not something that's close by where I live. Because I've definitely not heard of them. Ooh, 14. I may need to steal. Let's see. What's it called? Snyder of Hanover. Yeah, it looks like the closest one to me is 3.5 hours away. I'm wondering if that's... Yeah, that's like well into Pennsylvania. You're talking closer to the Maryland-Pennsylvania border. That's about the closest to me. Ready to eat bags at supermarkets? I mean, maybe my dad has bought them, but I really don't need pretzels. I guess it's just a little too salty for me. Sure, I can ask them not to put as much salt on it, but then I kind of feel like that ruins the whole purpose of it being a pretzel.
Runner, yes, yes.
0-1.
Nice, Ripken. Oh, hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Raise the apple for Ripken.
That's a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. No, that's down.
Now pitching for the Diamondbacks, number 81, Ryan.
You know who I'm surprised the Mets haven't gone after yet? Zach Gallen.
Counts 1-0.
Actually, did he sign yet? Hold on. Has Zach Gallen signed with a team? Hold on. I thought there was talks he was going to the Cubs. Oh, no. I see the Orioles here. But I mean, he played in Summerdale. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing about baseball. Like, I'll never forget many years ago, Bryce Harper didn't even sign with the Phillies until the first week of March. So we're talking already into spring training. And Bryce Harper didn't even sign until then. Some of these players will wait out that long to get the best deal. But sometimes, like Juan Soto, where free agency is just hot for them right out of the gate, they'll sign in December. I mean, we've had some pretty big signings. We just had Alex Bregman sign with the Chicago Cubs. And now Nolan Arenado just got traded to the D-backs. In December, you had Diaz going to the Dodgers. You had Alonso going to the Orioles. You had Dylan Cease signing with the Toronto Blue Jays, a 7-year deal. So there are action. It's just, yeah, you're absolutely right. Sometimes the free agency, if you look at it from like an NBA or an NFL kind of timeline, it's definitely slower. Because what these guys want is they want the best deal possible, and their agents tell them hold out. But as we get closer to spring training, there's always that concern that they may not sign with a team, and then they're going to miss out on spring training. So baseball is slow all around if you think about it. It's a long game, 9 innings. They've obviously done things to speed the game up. Yes. Strike 3, sit down.
Did he go?
Keep pitching, you savage. So, it's just a slow game all around. But I feel like we're definitely going to see some free agent signings. And I feel like Zach Gallen, I would not be opposed to the Mets signing him. Is he an ace? No, but if you want some decent starting pitching, because the Mets certainly need it, I mean, Zach Gallen is no pushover. It just takes time. Just take some time.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Little bit after. Just fine. It'll be alright.
That's a ball.
Alright. Sorry. Couldn't help it, but immediately, as I said, it just takes a little time.
He's out.
Cricket is a little... I mean, look, I've gotten into... when I was in college, I got into lacrosse. And I didn't even know a darn thing about lacrosse. And all of a sudden, I'm covering it like I've been covering it all my life. So, I'm not about to stick my nose up at cricket. It's just, I would need to understand the game first. And also, I really want it to be like something that's local. Something that I could get behind. Otherwise, if I'm just cheering on other countries, it's just, it doesn't feel the same to me. Does that make sense? It's like with soccer. You know, I'm a fan of West Ham United in the Premier League. But that's only because I played FIFA, and that's the team that I chose for my journey with Alex Hunter. That was the team I chose for him, and I was like, okay, that's going to be my favorite team. That was like FIFA 17. Or no, was it FIFA 16? It was either 16 or 17. Like, either way, like, English Premier League, I try to follow, but it's not really something that I'm into as much.
He's out.
I mean, I'm not into the MLS either. I'm not into that, but Fantasy Premier League. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I mean, yeah, I have no lefties who are under. Not surprised. I mean, you probably look at me the same way. The way that, like, you're explaining the Premier League or the Premier Fantasy League to me. If I explain fantasy football to you, you probably look at me the same way. Strike 3, sit out. I definitely don't do fantasy baseball. That's just way too much for me to keep up on.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Strike 3, sit out. Oh. Well, Formula One, I definitely feel like is easier to keep track of. Because there's I don't want to say there aren't many races from it, but I feel like it's a little bit more spread out.
Pitching for the Diamondbacks, number 24, Kyle.
I mean, Formula One to me, like, I was interested for a little bit, but that was only because Gene Haas had a team in it, and that was like the only American team in Formula One. I'm more of a NASCAR guy, although Formula One I'll pay attention to for Memorial Day week, our Memorial Day weekend. I don't know what it is in. I think they do Victory Day. I think that's what they call it. But for us, it's in the U.S. it's Memorial Day. But that's basically when the Monaco Grand Prix. It starts with the Monaco Grand Prix. Then you have the Indianapolis 500, and then you have the Coca-Cola 600. It's basically the greatest day of racing the entire year. So that's when I'll pay attention. But other than that, not really that much into Formula One.
Take your base, ball 4.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. The IndyCar series, I can't get into that. But I can get into the Indy 500. I guess because it's just such a historical race. And it's really big with NASCAR because everyone talks about doing double duty. In fact, there's a NASCAR driver named Kyle Larson. He tried to do double duty last year, and unfortunately it didn't work out because it rained in Indianapolis, so the race got pushed back. And then when it finished up, he tried to make it to Charlotte for the Coca-Cola 600, and it was already underway, and then it was a rain delay. So he only did the 500, well, not even the full 500 miles, because he crashed out that year. All right, let me get Roki in here.
Now pitching, Roki Sasaki.
No balls, 2 strikes.
I really don't know. I guess that's what really appeals to me is whenever I hear about drivers pulling double duty, like it's a really big deal for us as NASCAR fans because it's like they're driving 500 miles and then they have to fly from Indianapolis to Charlotte, North Carolina for the Coca-Cola 600. And that's the longest race. I think it's the longest race that night. Because you're talking over 600 miles. I don't know what the Monaco Grand Prix is, how long that is, but I mean 600 miles is pretty long for NASCAR. The longest race of on the entire circuit.
He's out. Hey!
And plus, it has a lot more teams in it that are more recognizable to me. Ganassi Racing. You know, I think Gene Haas does have a team in IndyCar, but Chip Ganassi, Roger Penske. Penske even owns Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and he owns a team in NASCAR. What was it? Oh, yeah. I was looking to see how much progress I made. Right. I think I did the strikeouts. Oh, no, it's the hits. Oh, I was one strikeout short. Wow. One strikeout. That's all I was missing. Okay, whatever. One more game ought to fix that, and then I could just focus on grinding the rest of the map. Ugh.
Oh!
Dang it.
Hey!
Strike 3, sit down. There it is. That's really all I needed, so once I get back to the main screen, then that'll be done and over with.
Ball! That pitch is out. Nope, outside. Hey!
Strike 3, sit down. What the heck was that?
Ball one. 1-0.
Strike 3, sit down. I've always been a PlayStation guy. That was just the first system that I played on when I was young. My aunt used to have it at her house, so every time I go to her house, I would always play on it. And some of my favorite games, Madden, and I was young back then, so I did like Monsters Inc. and Toy Story, The Grinch. All those games I used to play on that PlayStation 1. That's how it got started for me. And then I went to PlayStation 2. And then after that, that's actually where I made the switch to Xbox 360. Because all the YouTube videos that I was watching at the time of my favorite games like NCAA football and NBA 2K, all of them were being played on Xbox, and I was like, oh, I guess you got to be on Xbox in order to have these modes. So I decided to go to Xbox, and then I made the switch back to PlayStation because that was the only system that MLB The Show was on at the time. You know, they didn't start doing cross-platform for MLB The Show until, 21?
Leading up for the Diamondbacks, the right fielder.
So I switched back to play MLB The Show. And quite frankly, I haven't looked back since. Now, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I have this Xbox controller here, so I was thinking about getting like another Xbox or getting an Xbox Series X system,
All ones that count.
but I never did it because I didn't want it to take away from what I was doing here on PlayStation, and I didn't want to have two gaming consoles to worry about. I know that's a long-winded answer, but you know that I was just trying to explain like everything. What's also weird, or what I think is pretty weird, is that even though I went to PlayStation 4 after the Xbox 360, I actually went back to PlayStation 3. I still have my PlayStation 3, and heck, I even still have a PlayStation 2. Strike 3, sit down.
Leading off for the
Been on
Bulls,
PlayStation
the
and
center
switched it
fielder,
with the Series
Michael
X. It's your most
Harris.
used console. Oh, I get that. I get it.
Ball, that's just out.
I'm not gonna say that I didn't like the Xbox 360. I enjoyed it. It was definitely one of my favorite gaming consoles. I was actually just recording or helping a friend to record a podcast. He wanted me to give a story about my favorite gaming memory, and I told him, I recorded how I got an Xbox 360 for Christmas, and that was my favorite. That was in like 2010. So no, I totally agree. Let me tell you, Xbox Game Pass far superior than PlayStation Plus. Okay? I have the most expensive version of PlayStation, and I'm still saying Xbox is far better. Xbox Game Pass far better than PlayStation Plus. Honestly, I feel like I could go to the base plan for PlayStation Plus, and I would not see much of a difference. I'd lose out on all the free games that I could have, yes, but they're games that I really don't play anyway. Or if they are or some of them are even games that I've already played. Like for a while they had Gotham Knights on there, and it's like I already had Gotham Knights. They also had God of War Ragnarok as well. Oh wait. Hold on. And it's like, no, I already played that. I got all the trophies. Hell, I even did Valhalla. God of War Valhalla. I got all the trophies to that, so
Got him.
all these games that are ending up on PlayStation Plus, I either have no interest in them or I've already done them. It's funny because that Xbox controller that I was just showing off, that controller I actually got for attending a taping of the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Wait, is it the Tonight Show or is it the Late Night Show? I think it's the Tonight Show. I'm not sure. Either way, I attended that with my sister and her mother-in-law, and the audience was given that controller as well as a 12-month membership to Xbox Game Pass. Now that was really a time that I tried to get an Xbox, but it it just it just didn't work out for me. There we go. There's Jackson Holiday. So that Captain Blizzard program is now done. Don't gotta worry about that no more. So that was drop number 7. Are they going to release one for next week? I'd like a little advance notice on that. It's too soon for me to be getting packs. So need to finish up the map first if I'm going to do that. No, let's not steal fans. We're going to have a ton of fans doing that. And we're going to go after the Padres. Nice. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys.
ball. That's outside.
Okay, sorry about that. I thought I had unmuted my mic, but I didn't. My bad. Anyway, yeah, I just had to take a quick phone call. That's all. That's the reason why I had to pause the stream for a minute. But going back to PlayStation after playing several years on the Xbox 360, that was hard. It was a hard decision, but that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to play MLB The Show, and at that time you could only play it on PlayStation. So I had to go back to PS4, but I love the PS4. Definitely one of my favorite consoles.
That's ball 3.
I think the other thing that kept me on Xbox 360, hold on, let me raise the apple for Bryce Harper. Anyway, the MLB 2K games, especially 2K10 and on, when that came out with the My Career mode, like NBA 2K did, then that's probably what kept me at Xbox 360, or that's what helped me, that's what helped me make my decision to go to Xbox 360. But then MLB 2K13 was the last game they were doing, because at that point, SDS had cornered or gotten the exclusive rights to MLB, so they had to discontinue the 2K game. Which is unfortunate, because they discontinued it at the time when the league was finally balanced. 15 leagues, or 15 teams in each league. 15 American League teams, 15 National League teams. They played interleague games more often. Strike 3, sit down. It was such bad timing. But I also think that 2K Sports realized they weren't making any money off of it, and MLB The Show had better sales because they had the better following. So that definitely accelerated my decision to go ahead and get back to PlayStation, knowing that I couldn't play any more updated MLB games after 2K13, unless I went back to PlayStation. Strike 3, sit down.
Now pitching for the Padres, number 56, Jeremiah Estrada.
No ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes.
But I will say I had a blast. I had a blast on Xbox 360. Did a racing league on the NASCAR games with some guys that I met through online play. That was fun. I had a blast with that. I wish with the new NASCAR game, I wish we could actually get together and play or do a NASCAR playoffs or season like we used to. But honestly, some of them are so busy at this point that it's probably not going to happen. You know, we all have different lives. Nice, Keyshaw. Up, raise the apple. And I have to do it twice because I didn't do it for the last batter.
Now pitching for the Padres.
So for Keyshaw,
Jason.
and I don't know if that was Edgar Martinez. I have to look. Game log. Here we go. Yeah, it was Edgar. Okay, so raise the apple for Edgar Martinez and Luke Keyshaw.
Ball, that's in.
The right fielder, number 3, Dylan Cruz.
I hear something going on downstairs, and I don't like it. Kind of worried.
The batter, the shortstop.
Kind of worried.
Ripken Jr.
Means I better wrap this up. Get through these next couple games rather quickly.
The batter, number 3,
Ow.
designated hitter, Bryce Harper. Now pitching for the Padres, number 97.
Oh, something I wanted to show off yesterday, but I didn't really get a chance. Got a new wallet. It's a Ridge wallet, but it has the Mets logo on it. My sister sent it to me. She said her husband loves it. I personally hate that I'm only allowed 6 cards, or based on the video that I saw, you can only fit like 6 cards in there. And the 6 include my debit card, 2 credit cards, my driver's license, my work ID, and my commuter benefits card that I need to pay for parking when I go into work. So there are a lot of cards that I don't have in that wallet. Like, I don't have my health insurance card. And if I have a medical emergency, that's going to be a problem. I mean, my dad was telling me yesterday that I should take a picture on my phone, but if someone hacks my phone and takes that information, then I'm screwed. Let me just see if I can fit my insurance card in there. Maybe I can.
No, that's a ball. Take your base.
Also gonna need my dental card as well. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. Can I fit? Yeah, it fits. Don't know how, but it fits. Also gonna have to worry about my little Omni card. Because I'm going to need that for the subway unless I want to pay for a new one. Alright, sorry about that. I was just a little distracted there. And here I am saying I need to hurry this up. I'm the one that's delaying it. But yeah, that was... I needed a new wallet because my wallet was torn to hell. Strike 3, sit down. Well, not torn to hell, but I've been using it for so long that it was time I got a new wallet. Uh-oh.
No balls, 2 strikes. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nope, outside.
Strike 3, sit down.
Ball 1's the count. Out.
Now pitching for the Padres, number 25, John Reynolds.
Yamamoto? Yeah, you got a hold of that one. So let's raise the apple for JT Realmuto.
Ball. Ball 1, no strikes.
Nice, Keyshaw. Keyshaw? I think it's Keyshaw.
Leading off for the Padres, the designated hitter, Gavin Keats. Now pitching, Billy Wagner.
Yeah, why not go with Billy Wagner? I would have let Cabrera finish up the
No
game
balls, 2 strikes.
if he had not given up that run, that home run. It's
0 and 1.
excuse me, strike 3. Sit down.
Ball, that's out.
Uh-oh. Better not have the hiccups. God. Darn it.
Out. Ace. 0-1's the count. Ace. 0-2's the count. Outside, that's a ball.
Strike 3, sit down. Yep, 4 home runs in that game. I guess I'll head towards Houston next. Alright. Gonna have to take on that territory there with the 3. Because that's the one that's likely to attack. Nice. Hey, a home run is a home run, no matter how it, no matter where it lands. Not my fault that Houston decided to extend that little porch out there. They didn't have to. Look at all the other. Look at the other viewing openings over there. To the left. Oh, I forgot to raise the apple for Dylan Cruz. And now I gotta raise it for Bryce Harper. So raise the apple.
Now
Hey,
pitching
Craig
for the Astros,
Kimbrell.
Number
I didn't know he
46,
was on Houston.
Greg.
That's inside. That's a ball.
Oh, I know I am. I know I am. It's such a shame too, but I can't keep hitting. But I can't help but keep hitting home runs.
Oh,
Not my fault. Shouldn't have given so much power to Bryce Harper and Dylan Cruz. Or JT Realmuto for that matter, because he's been hitting home runs as well. But let's be honest, that was probably gonna get broken by my niece or nephews anyway, so now I gotta do it for JT Realmuto. So raise the apple for JT. That's why I was kind of hoping that this little pop-up thing was more like if it had something at the bottom here that I could just push up myself. You know, just keep doing that. That wouldn't break it. That's what I was hoping for, but that's not what I got. So, oh well.
no balls, 2 strikes. Oh. Ball outside. Heck! 0-1. Hiya! 0-2. That's a ball.
Strike 3, sit down.
Hee-haw! No balls, 1 strike. Hit!
Strike 3, sit down.
Now pitching for the Astros, number 65, Angel De Los Santos.
No worries. Don't ever apologize for anything you need to do. My streams will go on, so I appreciate you coming back, though, Hoopin.
0-1.
And now I gotta raise the apple for Keyshaw. Is that what they're saying? Okay. It makes sense. The teams make their offers, or at least the Mets did, reportedly. I'm assuming the Dodgers and the Blue Jays are made their offers as well. So we'll see what Kyle Tucker has to say. It's up to him.
1-0.
Yep, another home run, so I got to raise the apple again for Dylan Cruz. Not my fault Houston has terrible relief pitching.
Number 74, Ryan King.
Hold on one second. Oh, now I gotta raise the apple for Harper. Yep, that's exactly what I heard, although I thought it was 150 million. So, up to him. We could give him 40 to 50 million a year, or he could get more long term, which is probably what Toronto and LA are going to offer him. The Mets don't want to go long term. They don't want to do that. They want short term deals to try and build a team. That's what they want to do.
He's in there.
Although I hate that it got reported out there, because now it's like now the Dodgers and the Blue Jays know what they're up against.
The left fielder, Davis Schneider.
Well, that's all up to Kyle Tucker. Maybe he wants more money annually, and maybe he doesn't want to commit to a team long term. It's all up to him, so you gotta be kidding me. Alright, raise the apple for Davis Schneider. And I'm only in the second inning, by the way.
Now pitching for the Astros.
So I still have to pitch 2 more innings, and I have to bat 1 more.
Ball inside.
We'll see what happens. To me, if they miss out on Kyle Tucker, I think they pivot right to Cody Bellinger. If Kyle Tucker does not sign with the Mets. But I don't know. Bellinger wants a long-term deal, and the Mets don't want to give him that. So he may look at what they're offering Kyle Tucker and be like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to do that. I want longer years. Strike 3, sit down.
Take 1. It's 0-1. 2. No balls, 2 strikes.
And if Tucker does sign with the Mets, I could definitely see the Dodgers bringing Bellinger back. I mean, we can't exclude the Toronto Blue Jays either.
0-2.
Strike 3, sit down. Maybe. What, you think, like, return back to the Cubs? Or go back to Houston?
0-1.
No, I think it's going to be the... No way. No, the Rockies are never going to offer that kind of money to Tucker. No way. Not going to happen with the Rockies. if you had said maybe the Yankees, that would be a shock. And it would make the most sense.
1-2.
But I think the Rockies are more focused on trying to build their farm system into a winning team as opposed to spending money for free agents. I mean, when's the last time the Rockies made a big contract offer? Now I gotta do, I think that's like the third time I've had to raise the apple for Dylan Cruz. You know what? Bryce Harper and Dylan Cruz are just in a home run race. They're trying to see who can hit more home runs in this game. That's what's going on there. I should have known. Although right now it looks like it's going to Dylan Cruz because that was not a home run for Bryce Harper. Yep, that's it. They must have talked to each other in the dugout and was like, you know what? Let's screw with next JG Jan 24 and let's just keep hitting home runs so that not only does he risk breaking his home run apple, but we're also going to make sure his stream runs long and he can't take on the Texas Rangers. Because the Rangers are the last stronghold that I need. And the longer that this game goes on, the less likely it is for me to go and finish that game. Because I still have to get to the stronghold.
Now pitching for the Astros.
And once I'm at the stronghold, then I have to play the game. And that's going to take another 10 to 15 minutes right there. And I prefer not to go over the 3-hour mark.
Batting 8, the second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Oh, of course, Jose Altuve wants to get in on the home run derby thing. Not like I was going to rob it anyway. He must have had that buzzer. I mean, at this point, I might as well let Cabrera finish it out.
No ball, 1 strike. Ball. Take. 2-2.
Dang. It's too quick. Of course, all these foul balls are not doing me any good.
He's out.
Did I just get another follower? 500 followers. Who just followed me? Sorry I don't have the alert, but I saw the little thing pop up above my chat. So, whoever my latest follower was, thank you so much for helping me reach that milestone right there. 500, that's a lot. And I got JT Real Muto super factored. So now I got to sub him out. Thank you, Hoopin. I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone who's part of this stream. Whether they're speaking or not, it's all good with me. You guys are here, and that's enough support for me. One thing I'm going to do, though, is just take JT out. Hopefully. I was a little worried there. I was a little worried that I was going to be frozen in the lineup screen, and then I wasn't going to have much of a choice. All right, so my options are either Alejandro Kirk or Carson Kelly. Looks like it's Kelly. Thank goodness. Which card would I say I did the worst I used? Oh gosh. Well, unfortunately, remember what I was talking about being frozen in the lineup screen? Not the way I wanted to end off this stream, so dang it. That's a good question. Let's see. I mean, I did really bad with a lot of offline, or I did really bad with cards offline. I would say the Chipper Jones one, the 99. Oh, all right. That's unfortunate. Honestly, I pushed my luck. That's what happened. I pushed it. It's just this always happens, and this is why I've had to cut streams off early. So, Upin, I hope you get back soon because I'm frozen on this screen, and I don't want to be waiting on this screen forever. See, this is yet another reason as to why I should be streaming from a capture card. Because then I don't have to worry about ending my stream. I would just home screen it and then just re-enter the game. But that's not how it works. So just let me know when you're back, Coopin. I guess while I'm waiting, I can look up who my latest follower was. Let's see. Uh So underscore Cal guy. I'm assuming that means Southern California guy. O2. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate that. It's always good whenever, it's always good whenever I gain a new follower. Like I said, I'm sorry that I don't have the alert or anything. The only way I was able to see that was the little notification came up above my chat saying that I reached my follower goal of 500. So, but let me be clear, a lot of those followers are people who haven't been in my stream. This goes all the way back to like 2017 when I was streaming a different game. I was actually streaming WWE 2K17 at that time. That was the first one. And then I also streamed one of the NASCAR games. It might have been NASCAR Heat 5. And some of my followers are from that, but ultimately I eventually settled on MLB The Show. So either way, 500 is an amazing milestone to end on. So I just hate that I couldn't finish up the Fajita map, but I'll finish it up tomorrow. That's all. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for me. So thank you to everyone who tuned in. Even if it was only for a moment, I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you like the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on X at TTVNextJGGen24. It's my gamer tag, so go give me a follow. I'll usually post whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start up a stream. So overall, we made some good progress today. Unfortunately, didn't finish all the map. But we will try to finish that up tomorrow. It'll just be a simple Conquest game against the Texas Rangers. So I hope to see you all tomorrow, Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And until then, guys, have a good night.